We live.
There you go.
Relocate.
We good.
Run that motherfucker one time.
You gotta hit your.
He was going nuts over there, were you?
Oh, no. I was over there doing something.
Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? I gotta bring it in right. Alright?
Alright. Ready?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit, I thought we already motherfucking did this shit. I'm waiting for you to start talking.
Yeah!
I did a lot of smoking, man. I did a lot of smoking.
Oh my
A
goodness.
whole bunch of that shit. Here we go.
We had to fire the sound, man.
Yeah. Oh, Billy with the stats and facts. No, really. And you know, Hendo gon' tell you the truth.
Man, our co-producer tweaking today.
You know what we here for? The Old Heads Podcast. Yo, we coming from no shades to the team at the Barclays. The Old Heads Podcast. Yo, from Will scoring 100 to Ja being wanted. The Old Heads Podcast. Yo, let's go.
Old Heads back in the building, man. How y'all doing? Episode 78, back in the basement, Saturday night. My apologies, running a little late tonight. Had a few things to do, but man, we're still gonna bring y'all this good content. If you don't know, I'm your co-host, Omar, aka O'Million, aka that dude, aka Mr. Rello. If you know, you know. And man, we got a great show today for you guys. Of course, we're going to be talking about the Bears against the Vikings, a huge win. And then also, we got LeBron James. I'm surprised hasn't been more talked about. He's actually has a museum that's going to be in his name. So we're going to be talking about that and talk about three other players or three other athletes or possibly teams, iconic teams that should have a museum, you know, graced in their name. And then we're also going to be talking about, we're also going to be talking about college bus. Three players who we thought would be franchise players, and you know, they necessarily didn't pan out that way because, you know, we have three different, you know, opinions about, you know, the Bears and, you know, the future quarterback, and we're going to get into all that good stuff. But Old Heads episode 78, we'll let these brothers introduce themselves.
Boy, Bills, man. Old Head Saturday night, man. Get with us.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, man, y'all already know, man. Hendo G, a.k.a. French Loaf, a.k.a. Mr. Honey Pack himself.
Mr. Honey Pack. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. So, of course, how we always start our every episode, Hendo's Hot Takes. Hendo's Hot Takes. What's the hot take for the day, Hendo?
Hot take for the day, man. I think King Harris, man, he need to sit down and chill out, man. My hot takes, unfortunately, ain't going to be sports related. It's going to be social media related today.
Okay.
This man is on video getting into it with his daddy. His daddy had got one of them little private suites at the Falcon game. He going to get it with his daddy while his mama there and tell his daddy that you can put him anywhere and that he stand on business. And his daddy and them was laughing at him. And was just saying he was spoon-fed. He had a silver spoon. He used to go to his grandma's house because, you know, cry for the passy. And this man going to try to argue and get put in the headlock by his daddy. And then try to put up later some tweets talking about he a man and, you know, can't nobody question his manhood and stuff. Look, little dog, ain't nothing wrong with being where you came from, how you came. Your dad, your mom worked very hard to put you in a better place so you didn't have to go through the things they did. Ain't nothing cool being a gangster and flashing guns and doing all that goofy shit. Even the shit your dad got caught for. Selling guns and pushing dope, that shit ain't cool. And they took you and gave you a better life. And your ass talk about you can stand on business. Boy, your ass is 83 pounds soaking wet and your ass look like a Muppet baby. You need to just stop, man, because you not tough, bro. Motherfuckers will strong arm rob your ass and shit and take everything you got. You lucky your dad is T.I., man. You don't stand on business like that, bro. You too frail body. I can't stand little frail motherfucker. What you want to do, shoot somebody? That ain't standing on business. I don't know what you gonna do. I don't know how you stand on business. As far as wanting your own career and separating yourself as far as being a man like that, making your own money, I feel that. But telling your dad who to put it work in the game and outside the game, Come on, man. You're not finna tell this man how you stand on business. This man really was out here touching birds and pistols. Your ass out here not doing that, bro. He was at your age twerking corners, making rap songs and shit. Come on, man. You not your daddy, bro. You not tough, bro. You ain't gonna do no boxing. It'd be different if it was like Roy Jones Jr.'s son or Floyd Mayweather's grandson or something. He was out here, he like stand on business with the hands. Boy, come on, man. You an unknown so far, man. You was an MTV pop star, boy, from T.I. and Tiny, the show. That's how you got famous. I'm being for real. Otherwise, they wouldn't even know who King Harris is.
I don't know him outside of that.
Respect your daddy, though. How you gonna tell?
Yeah, some little entitled ass.
Talk about I know you. I know you. You can know this nigga. The world know this nigga too. Like this motherfucker.
That's how fucked up this world is nowadays too, man. The motherfuckers pay attention to that bullshit because like I just feel like it's weak as hell for any child to talk about their parent in any way. Nobody's parent, nobody perfect. Nobody in this world is fucking perfect. Right. So to voice the indiscretions, you know what I'm saying, that are indoors.
But go live.
Room talk.
But go live
like,
with
you know
it.
What I'm saying? Yeah, man, like that's just it's weak as hell, man. It weakens the family. Why you trying to weaken someone else? You part of that. So it weakens y'all as a whole.
His dad told him usually you making yourself look foolish right now. Yeah. You making and you know, T.I. played it the best way you could possibly can. He really sunned his son. He put the man in the headlock, put him on business, told him. But mind you, this man is tussling with a dude who is 5'8". Talking about you stand on business. Your daddy is every bit of 5'8". Jeezy, Ludacris, and T.I. is the smallest rappers in the game. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers is literally this goddamn tall. And you can't whoop your own daddy. He this tall. And you talk about you stand on business. So what happened with a 6'4", or a 6'8" nigga who been lifting and really on that block shit come up? What you gonna do? You gonna get your ass beat up. You gonna put in the same headlock your daddy just did. You gotta stop, man. You ain't gotta be tough, bro. You ain't gotta be like this, bro. You just ain't. You don't have to be like this. You a multi-million-dollar cat, bro. You don't have to act like this. What you looking like is a spoiled brat right now. That's what you looking like, real talk. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no reason for this shit. Come on, man.
Yeah, you proving the wrong point.
That's my hot take.
I like that a lot. Man, somebody been putting a headlock at it look bad would be if Dez Bryant put Malika Andrews at a headlock.
Oh Lord.
It'd be under the what's my man Antonio Bryant act.
Yeah. What are you guys' thoughts on that? If you guys don't know, Dez Bryant, I want to call him random. Former Cowboys star, wide receiver, had some thoughts on Malika Andrews and felt like she wasn't necessarily talking about the Josh Giddey situation, how she did the Kyrie Irving situation.
No, Brandon Miller.
Yeah,
it was Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller on draft day. What happened was Malika on draft day. This is this kid's biggest moment of his life at this point. Had to bring up some charges that were talking about how he was an eyewitness in a murder that two other guys. It had nothing to do with him or his draft day, but she felt the need to bring it out and put this on there. This is man draft day. I'm so sick of y'all trying to put hate on. They even did that to my man Carter. You know what I'm saying? That the Bears are supposed to pick up. They want to bring up all this on his draft day. It's cool to talk about that before, but on the draft day, things like that I feel like don't need to be brought up. I just feel like you need to be talking about stats and whatever and eligibility. We're not talking about crimes. We're not talking about how he's going to be a witness in this. We're not talking about, why would you do this on this draft day though? That's something you talk about the next day after. You know what I'm saying? Not the draft day.
Let me tell you something else, Sting, a little bit more about it, man. I'm going to keep it all the way real. Is when motherfuckers who ain't really from that cloth are talking about motherfuckers from that cloth and don't really understand. You know what I'm saying? Situations.
That's what
they sensationalize it in front of a motherfucking microphone. Because that's a whole different thing. It's one thing to state the facts when you have to. It's another thing to just bring it up when you don't have to.
Right.
And it's another thing how you carry out that conversation when you do execute that shit.
Right.
Because you have to execute it in a reporting fashion. You cannot execute that in an opinion fashion. Fuck that shit. Not when you're talking about motherfucking legal shit, especially when you don't know every damn thing. There was also the Kendrick Perkins lash out. There was also the Rachel Nichols push out that maybe she didn't have so much to do with. But at the same point in time, she's just been linked with a lot of things there, first of all. And I don't really, she gives her opinion a little bit too much when not asked. That's my thing about
she's
her.
also had a fallout with Stephen A. Smith, but they're better now. They used to have there was a brother and a sister. They used to have a show that shit got canceled too.
Yeah, Jamil and
Jamil commented and said that she felt that Dez was out of pocket for that because he started attacking her home and how she was brought up and everything like that. But that's kind of I feel like that's kind of what we really want to talk about from a person who is supposed to be from that cloth. You acting like you quick to read what's on the teleprompter instead of giving out your valuable info. You know, you're giving too much. You're giving out too much.
But because she's on the show, she can speak about how someone, the trouble they got into and start speculating on their mental makeup and things of that sort. But because she's on that show, this is 2023 and anybody can go on YouTube, anything, put anything on anything. Dez Bryant is in the right here because of the day and age that we in. Anybody can say anything. It's a free country.
I feel like he's not wrong for voicing his opinion. I feel like a lot of people are kind of overshadowing the Giddy situation because it is Giddy, And I feel like I said this before. We watched Ja Morant have pictures taken of him with pistols, not getting caught, not shooting up nothing, just pictures of him being by pistols, and that was enough to get him suspended for games after games, where Giddy is still playing. He hasn't received a fine yet or nothing by the NBA, and that kind of looks awkward to me. And I'm not mad at Dez Bryant. I'm not mad at Dez Bryant for voicing his opinion about it, because Dez is somebody who I kind of went through some of this similar stuff. For somebody to get blackballed over some goofy stuff, for other things not to get addressed, because while Dez Bryant was getting looked at as a criminal, Ben Roethlisberger was going through some charges on the side that nobody they swept under the rug. So I feel where he coming from. I feel like there's certain people that don't get that eye on them like other people do.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, this is our show, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, shit, ain't nobody watching like that. Okay. Hell yeah. Fuck that, man. That's that white motherfucker shit. Yeah, I mean, really, when we say motherfuckers, hey, look, we ain't on ESPN. We can say what the fuck we want to, right, motherfucker? Now, guess what? That's that white folks shit. I'm going to keep it real with you. You want to know why? When we mentioned Ben Roethlisberger, we wasn't trying to make it about that, but it has been. It has been. You know what I'm saying? How long? You know what I'm saying? You know what? I ain't even finna go off into the long ass speech on the back of the day. Because
we can self-address. So we watched Deshaun Watson get accused of things. He never caught a charge of any sort, and this man was suspended without pay pretty much from the team and all this other, had a hard time getting it. Well, we're watching guys who've actually committed a crime of some sorts, what I'm saying, enough to where allegations should be, and they still playing, and they still going, they still getting their money, they're still the number one seed. I mean, not the number one, but they still.
The word is Jim Crow. I'm just old.
No, you're fine. No, you're fine. But I think I love the dialogue, but that actually goes right into what we were talking about. It's because it's all started over Josh Giddey. He allegedly was messing with a younger lady under the age of 18, but weirdly enough, the consent for Oklahoma is 16 years of age. So could the NBA take action if he carries on with the relationship if it's legal? How do you guys feel about that?
Absolutely. The NBA do what they
If or will.
That's the difference. Because they can
at
whatever
any
the hell
time
they want to. They can step in Boston and get rid of Ime. They can do whatever they so see fit to do. They are a self-contained entity. They can tell you, it don't matter if you live in Colorado and weed smoking is legal. They can tell you cannot smoke weed and be employed here, although they don't anymore. But same point in time, they can do and make up whatever rule they want. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they can technically step in.
I find it very difficult to believe that Giddey is in a partial relationship with a minor in a state where it's consensual, and I understand that because I mentioned that the last show, and I get that. But from a league point of view, This is the same league that also suspended Kyrie Irving because he posted some anti-Semitic stuff from a movie that he watched, a book that he read, and he gets suspended for games over some views that he posted on a social media feed. Didn't say it, just posted on there, but he gets suspension. But this guy, the NBA should at some point intervene to the like, put it like this. I like Giddey. I think, there was a moment of gray here. I don't know if he was 100%, sure of everything was going on. I'm putting that gray here because I don't know all that small detail. He might have been lied to, and I do understand that. But at some point, wrong is still wrong. I wouldn't care if the NBA just gave him an 8-game suspension and like a 10 grand fine. I'd be fine with that.
I'm gonna keep it real. For just how long it's taken to even get any answers and disseminate those answers to the public, Jim Crow. Because who the fuck else you know? Okay, some bullshit happened and we ain't got no answers. You keep your job. Who else do that? Police officers. That's who the fuck else keep their fucking job and you did some bullshit. That's who the fuck else did. I'm trying to tell you, man. No. Hey, look, man. I'm too old. I was born in the 70s. I'm old. You know what I'm saying? I'm an old soul.
The NBA
and
act
I'm
a lot
always around
faster
old
some
people.
shit that just
I
ain't
heard
had
a lot
nothing
of
to do.
conversation, and this shit need to be disseminated to motherfuckers so you know what the fuck you looking at. It's an unfair advantage to be able to get in trouble and it get swept under the rug because everybody gonna get into some trouble at some point in time in your life, but some motherfuckers gotta wear that shit on their back for the rest of their life.
Facts. So you said 8 games and 10,000.
I wouldn't oppose. I'm not saying this man gotta get suspended for a half a year, nothing like that. But there should be a punishment for the mistake that he has made because it is, to me, an NBA violation. It's not necessarily a Oklahoma State, you know what I'm saying, situation.
No. I told him.
I understand, but like I said, the same thing with John Morant. John Morant didn't get no charges. Deshaun Watson didn't get no charges. And those guys both had lengthy suspensions. Kyrie, there was no charges there. Lengthy suspension. There's too much weird shit like this for this not to pop up and they have all the evidence that they need. I can go and look up the pictures with him and Shorty right now. I can go look them up. Everything is for public media. So for the NBA not to react right now to this just because they want these tickets to sell, that's bullshit to me. It's bullshit. Because you don't have no problem doing that to other players, especially when they're a different color. None.
So 8 games.
I done seen
8
athletes
games,
go to
10
jail
grand, possibly more
for fighting dogs.
So how long? What did you finally decide on as far as how long the suspension should be?
I have no idea. Because I'm gonna tell you what the problem is when motherfuckers don't get answers to this shit, or at some point in time, it's gonna be people in the crowd that's gonna start chanting molestation.
Yeah,
I'm trying to tell you, man. In a minute, people can be cruel.
They were just in the stadium and they were just playing a song. I want to say they started playing R. Kelly when he was in the shooting line or something like that.
You don't even know who R. Kelly is, man. He from Australia.
Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it was like R. Kelly, but they started playing a song.
And stadiums probably got to be the worst because them motherfuckers, they play Kawhi laugh every time the motherfucker miss a free throw.
Duh. I'm trying to tell you, the antagonizing that can go on at a game when people start getting drunk and paid their good money to come and say and do whatever they think they can just.
Especially in certain stadiums.
Well, I'm trying to tell you.
Well, take that shit out to Boston and act like you ain't gonna get crucified. Boy, they gonna be on your ass.
Philly and some shit. It can get bad.
Miami too though. Miami get on your ass.
Yeah, I hate them too. They're some casual ass fans, but them motherfuckers still get on your heels like they be here for this. Like,
go to Miami and say that. That's different. Then they be out there
deep. Tell you,
under the white heat.
Safe in OKC, maybe, but they go somewhere else. They gonna be on your ass, man.
Yeah, I'm saying. But yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, I don't know. Me personally, I don't have any opinion, on that because we don't know all the facts. So
Sure don't.
I'd rather, really see all the facts. But keeping it with the NBA before we move on, just quick, how did you guys feel about the thumbs up, thumbs down on the Jalen Suggs, Carl Anthony, recreating the iconic Wade LeBron alley-oop? How'd y'all feel about that?
What my man said, I wish I had 2 more hands so I could give it 4 thumbs down.
Damn.
Stop recreating some shit that didn't need to be recreated. It was cool when they did it back in 08. 2000 was it like 08, 2009 something when they did it? Man, do something.
Was hard.
Yeah, I'm just saying, do something different. Do something different. Do something different. That's all I'm saying. Just do something. Yeah, it was okay. Y'all was cool, but I already seen it done. That's all I'm saying. Just do something different. That's all.
So 4 thumbs now. How'd you feel?
I'm gonna give it a thumbs up, man.
Okay.
I like the fact that they pay homage to the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like being a historian of the game. You know what I'm saying? Student of the game, and you know you good enough to do it, to pull it off in game. You know what I'm saying? Those two things, man. You know what I'm saying?
But being good enough because you had a fast break.
Hey man, they remembered to play.
Oh my God.
They remembered to play. Dog did this shit. You know what I'm saying?
He said they remembered.
Paid homage, man.
I would have to give it a thumbs up just because I'm like Cole Anthony, and I thought
I like them niggas. I'm just not impressed with it. It's just something some other niggas did.
I love that team, that Orlando team.
Yeah, it's cool. But all I felt,
OKC,
all I felt
about to score 120.
is they could have did something a little different, a little better.
Yeah, they don't play no defense.
Because if Dog would have did that off the backboard, you know what I'm saying? And they've been over here posing already, doing something different like this, and they would have caught this motherfucker sideways, a dude taking grabbing off the backboard like this, and that's something cold. That's different. You find the camera, you do something different.
Man, they got 82 games to do something different.
That's all, man.
They gonna do all that shit too.
You ain't gonna do it in a playoff game.
Shit. Somebody who doesn't have 82 games to prove what they're gonna do is Justin Fields. What are you guys' thoughts on Justin Fields and the Bears' win against the Minnesota Vikings this past week? Now, Fields, he was 27 of 37 for 217 yards, 12 attempts, rushing for 59 yards on the ground, but he did have 2 crucial fumbles. But on the flip side, he made some key throws down the stretch to help Chicago to a 12-10 victory over the rival Vikings. Right now, he has, over the past 6 games, he has a passer rating of 104, 1,160 yards, 10 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Has Fields done enough and made enough improvement to be our guy moving forward?
I'm trying to think the last time somebody said we really got that statement win against the Minnesota Vikings and our season is going to turn around from here. Like, I hate to say it, but like they just ain't a benchmark for nothing. You know, to judge anything on, you know, what they was. They done lost their starting quarterback. They got another guy who they think is nice, who could still be a flash in the pan. He can always string together 2-3 games, but not 4-5 in a row. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think we're going to have to pump the brakes. We still at the same conversation. We're still in the same place with the Bears because we haven't seen anything substantial enough to think anything different from even last week.
Okay. So you think you don't know? You're looking more forward to see next week to see something from Fields as far as thinking he's the guy moving forward.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
No, not. I mean, honestly, I kind of felt the same last week. I swayed a few different ways this season. I wanted to stay with Justin at first because the talks that you were having were way too crazy. You wanted to trade this motherfucker week 3. You know what I'm saying? So at that point in time, so I'm not crazy for saying stick with him. It was just too early to move off him. You know what I'm saying? Pause. Same point in time, I'm like, yeah, those talks are starting to sound good, you know, the more we started to struggle. But, you know, I still believe in this kid if we have the right coach. All I know for sure, when I look at how we play, I listen to our conversations and everybody else's conversations, which are very few on national TV because we ain't shit to talk about. But same point in time, it's the strategy, man. Y'all say, oh man, first couple drives, man, we doing what the hell we supposed to be doing to play winning football. Next thing you know, the rest of the game, it looked like my daughter or my nephew done called the plays. I mean, I'm just saying, if that's the opinion universally, then we know we need another coach. So how the hell we gonna judge any talent on that? All of these dudes are good enough to make it to the NFL. I know that.
Right. I love that. How you feel, Hendo? How you feel about as far as Justin Fields moving forward? Do you think he's done enough? It seems like these past, 6 games, he's really been balling out. He did have kind of a tough, last game. And he does say to still be turning the ball over. But do you think he's done enough?
I think he's potentially done enough. He's won NFL games. Some of them have been very ugly, but when he does get a chance to get down that field, he does look good. I just kind of wonder right now on his hesitation to go downfield. It looks like I see, like, when I look at replays, I see guys open, but he's just holding that ball way too long to just try to find it. It seems like he has to be, like a wide receiver has to be, like, super wide open for him to see. He's still not leading receivers. He's not. But with that being said, I feel like some of those things can be worked on. Coaching's a hell of a thing when you have the right people in hand, especially if you get him early, where he has a whole off season to work with him, and then he comes into preseason and OTAs and stuff like that. That can change a quarterback. I've seen quarterbacks change like that. I'm not going to say like his whole dynamic of the game, but I've
seen Lamar Jackson change just like that.
I have too.
People doubted him when he
and
was
Cam
throwing that damn ball at first in the league for good reason. You know, we can't act like because he's worked on this game and he became a great passer now that he was great at passing when he first got in this league, because he was not, especially not in the playoff. During the regular season, he could mask it a little bit, but during the playoff, he was exposed year after year, Lamar, because he was not a very accurate downfield thrower within the first play. The second play, once the first play break down, and where you got to play some backyard football shit, then of course you can make it happen. Then when you get a chance to rethink, get a little bit more time. But to be able to process a play in less than 3 fucking seconds, man, ain't the easiest thing to do. It's not. These dudes are trying to take your fucking head off. You know what I'm saying? And these dudes are instinctively thinking, I can get out of this jam by running. Those two quarterbacks are the same in that way. If Justin Fields get a decent OC, being somebody. If you get a decent OC and you working with him for years, he know what these receivers gonna be. He know what they gonna be. So everything else that you do is innate in you when it comes to when the play break down. He's not comfortable, and he don't know what he see before he see it.
When I watched them play against the Vikings, I was like, okay, this could be him. I was watching him hold the ball a little too much. He was making plays. But then I watched the one drive, and I had to take note of this. In this one drive, we ran 3 wide receiver screens. 3, all right? We ran, this is how the series went. The first down, right? It went to DJ Moore, wide receiver screen to DJ Moore. He got 6 or 7 yards, okay? So now it's 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4, somewhere around there, right? We run the same wide receiver screen to the same side, but we throw it to Mooney. We lose 3 or 4 yards, right? So now it's like 3rd and 8. Instead of taking a shot or running the ball, we do the same goddamn wide receiver screen, but to the other side. And then we lose another 2 yards, and now it's 4th and 10. This is literally a series of fucking downs where they ran 3 wide receiver screens. And this is how we lost the first game when everybody was healthy. Running them same wide receiver screens that I talked about in our other podcast episode when they did the same thing last time we played these niggas. This is play calling. This is some ignorant shit. How the fuck is these dudes running the same play 3 times in a row? You might as well run Justin Fields to the outside and just tell everybody to block and just see how far you can get. If that's the play scheme you're going to do, I'm always going to think Justin Fields, with this type of play calling, I'm always going to think Justin Fields has the talent enough to do what he has to do. We just not giving him the proper plays to do it. I'm with this coaching. Now, if somebody else comes in and we see the same shit out of him, I'm sold. He ain't the guy. I get it. But until this play calling improves, I can't tell. I know Fields has skills, but shit, this play calling is ugly.
It's bad.
The only time I seen somebody run the same play 3 times in a row is if it was a run play and they was killing. They had like Derrick Henry or Gurley or something. They were running up the gut. These motherfuckers, I ain't never seen nobody call 3 wide receiver screens in a fucking row. I've never seen that.
Not even on Madden.
That was the first. That was the first time we won without scoring a touchdown. The first time I ever seen some goofy ass shit, one drive like that. The first time, man, come on, man. We was supposed to win that game. We was playing Joshua Dobbs. This man's made a career of motherfucking being a backup quarterback. He's not terrible, but he's not good.
I mean, he's a smart guy. You know,
He's not terrible, but he's not good. If he was smart, he wouldn't have took that job at the Vikings.
He's like a
right?
rocket scientist or some shit.
He is like a NASA. He's a genius,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
But he should.
Not on the football.
He should. Man, shit, you can't outsmart that linebacker. I see, because he was giving us that.
So you think Fields has done enough? You think we just basically need a better coaching?
I think he's done enough. I feel like we can flip some picks, keep what we got, still get Marcus Harrison and that old lineman, and still make a better out of him. But like I said, all that's still speculation because it's really going to come down to who we pull in as a coach. I feel like a lot of that conversation is all going. We could say if he's going to stay, but a new head coach comes in there and be like, he ain't it.
I will try anybody. I'll take that's Jimmy Johnson out that booth right now on Fox Sunday. I'll take anybody.
They already got too many ties with my man, bro. It's already finna happen, man.
Yeah, with Jim?
Yeah, man. So
Okay.
just be patient, man. Be patient, Bears Nation.
You know what I'm saying?
Just be patient, man. We're gonna be
If we can
situated.
get Jim, that's what they need to do is be patient.
Just be patient.
They always jump the gun on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna have some high talent coming in. We're gonna have some old linemen actually hold this line because this old line slowly come together. We just gotta get a couple of little pieces out there, center. But once we start, man, it's gonna come together, man.
I like that.
Because I tell you one guy who's a real kept secret on the team is Cole Kmet, man. Cole Kmet's been targeted like I think 71 times and has no drops.
No drops.
Yeah, so I think we found our tight end. We locked him in early. So yeah, it's crazy. Cole Kmet is probably one of the most consistent people on the team.
I didn't
so
even know that. I see you posted. I'm like, what?
They were talking about getting. They were saying with that fourth pick, we should. I saw one guy say we should take Brock Bowers, that outstanding tight end out of Georgia.
I think we stacked on the tight end spot. I think tight end is something we really don't need.
Yeah,
I feel like
good on that.
I feel like good tight ends are a dime a dozen. Every team has a good tight end. I feel like.
Have you seen Bowers?
Yes, he is amazing. He has great hands and he's a hell of an edge blocker.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but Cole Kmet is that same thing, and Cole Kmet is solid.
They lost. Georgia lost to Alabama 27-24.
Oh, meant to be.
27-24.
I seen Paul George at that game win against Golden State though earlier.
So as far as Justin Field goes, I don't know, man. I think I might have a change of heart. I still really like Caleb. I watched a lot of his games. Right now, I'm watching Michael Penix. I've been checking him out this week. Watched him last night.
He's so nice.
He has that. To me, he kind of has that it factor about him, to where it's just he's almost going to will his team to win. Now he's definitely going to need a good line. I think the best version I've heard is a bigger version of Tua, but he throws a pretty ball.
Yeah.
He throws a pretty ball.
He leads receivers. He
Yeah,
has a deep arm.
he is.
Accuracy is everything.
The only thing with him, and he's an adult, you know. So I think that's one thing you're not gonna have to worry about.
What I could see us doing, what I could really see us doing long run, and like I said, this is still speculation. I could see us re-signing Fields to trade his ass to somebody else, though, too. And I've been said that too, because
It's
with that you get more picks, and then you possibly get a player too. And if we was to trade him to like somebody who desperately needs a quarterback of any type of caliber,
I was thinking like who would really need a quarterback to the point where
Atlanta.
But see, they about to have
Hold
a
on.
high pick though.
But not
You can
okay.
trade Fields for that
But
pick.
you can keep that pick and you can get Fields, and we could get like somebody on defense or something like that. The Rams still got some mediocre picks.
Chilling in Atlanta with Bijan.
That's what I'm saying. There's some teams that's already souped up for that though. Is what I'm.
Yeah,
I said that.
No. I
I
said
said say a lot of things early though.
But I could.
So y'all niggas should listen to me.
No.
Oh,
I
we
said-
heard you.
I
We
said
heard you.
I
You say this too early.
I said, but like all that, we can speculate that, but all that depends on the head coach, though. You know, because if the head coach says that he wants to work with Buddy and he can fix the mechanics, he can work with. But the head dude comes in, a best case scenario would be pick up that fifth year option, sign him, and then trade him for a pick. If we were going to go that route, we got to maximize that. Is what I'm saying. If you choose to go that route.
This is my thing.
I don't want him to go.
I love Caleb, right? But I think he could very well be in the same situation that Fields is in when you're talking about him having a new head coach and a new offensive coordinator. So I think you almost have to. Fields definitely shows flashes. You have to hit on a head coach right, you're gonna have to hit on a head coach.
Mm-hmm.
I really like Ben Johnson. I like the offensive coordinator, the young brother for the Eagles offensive coordinator, but I almost think you have to have someone who's been a head coach before.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Harbaugh. He's the perfect coach for us.
We all know Harbaugh, and then Keyshawn Johnson made a good point. I was listening to him. It really kind of changed how I feel about Justin Fields. He said when you look at the great quarterbacks around the league, with the exception of Patrick Mahomes, they all have two weapons.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
When you think about it, he said when you think
I heard
about
that
Burrow,
conversation.
you know what I'm saying? When you think about it, he said outside of Mahomes, they all have two weapons. He said even with
I feel like Mahomes had two weapons.
He
though.
used to.
he used to.
Yeah, Kelsey, but he don't now.
He doesn't now.
I felt like Juju was a big weapon. He did Juju and Kelsey. But
He was underrated because he wasn't Tyreek.
yeah,
Right.
Juju was underrated. He came and did his job. He's a champion.
Right. So he was saying, imagine now DJ Moore and Justin Fields. That's undeniable. I can't even deny that. They're probably one of the top 5 when they're on. They're probably one of the top.
They
5
look nice when they
quarterback wide receiving combos in the league.
Who we talking about?
Fields and Moore.
Fields and DJ Moore.
Okay.
Like when they're on.
When they on, they on.
So,
Yeah.
so he was saying, imagine if you had somebody half a DJ Moore on the other side. You know how much better
Harrison's
his numbers will be.
Yeah, Harrison.
So
That's
you
like
would, so if you do have that first pick, he was saying you almost have to go after a Marvin Harrison because he would. It almost makes sense to where give him a good coach, give him an
Two weapons.
offensive minded head coach.
Yep. And two
And
weapons.
then you give them some weapons, and then you get that other pick. If you had another high pick, you could take a Joe Alt out of Notre Dame, or take the other kid out of Penn State, and you shore up that line. Because he made sense. He like all these great quarterbacks that we talk about, Jalen Hurts and Burrow and this and that, like they all have good teams around them. He doesn't necessarily have that. So it's kind of almost unfair, you know what I'm saying, to like we see the flashes, but we also know like you said, the bad coaching, you know what I'm saying, the constant, you know what I'm saying, changing of offensive coordinators. You know, so you don't necessarily want to keep Eberflus there, but if you are going to have to bring in somebody else, you're going to have to hit on a coach. And and we're going to have to get this draft right.
Yeah.
This will make or break us for the next decade.
It was like a stat out there where saying like damn near like 68 to 70% of our passes are at the line of scrimmage. Like we just passed to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Yeah, and bro, that's crazy. Like I understand certain checkdowns. I feel like there's been good quarterbacks, but their offensive coordinator have set them up in positions to where you can like mask their flaws, kind of like what Purdy's in right now. Whatever his flaws is, you really can't see it because they do a real good job of masking it. I feel like they did the same thing with like Tampa Bay and Brad Johnson. They masked his flaws. You know, we know what this man can and can't do. But
Brady, the quote unquote GOAT. You never seen him throwing shit 20 yards on a rope.
well,
Brett Favre
right,
could. No, I'm just saying, certain guys had arm strength and different abilities.
certain things.
And depending on the guy that you have, you can win a whole bunch of rings, even if that dude ain't even the dude. He can still be the dude.
I'm not seeing the type of play designs we need to make Justin successful. Like if we know he's good at throwing outside the pocket, why aren't we having a lineman or a tight end right here in motion to come right here, set this up, and then shift everybody here to give him blockers so he can. Do you know what I'm saying? Like we're not seeing.
That all comes down. Trip, that was the crazy part you said. Not to cut you off. That all comes down to coaching. I'm playing with Baltimore on Madden, and I'm looking for a standard pass.
Mm-hmm.
And
They got one
it's
through there.
3.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? But
Yep.
then you go
I
to
was just ready to
shotgun.
mention Baltimore.
Then you go to shotgun.
And they have
and
300 plays.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, because you're playing with Lamar and I'm playing with Harbaugh. I'm like, oh, okay, but no, that all comes down to coaching. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I was a little bit. I'm a man. Maybe I was a little hyperbole. You know what I'm saying? Jumping the gun a little bit with Justin Fields. I see the flashes like everybody else. I'm sick of the turnovers, but I think you almost have to put them in a situation to where I'm sick of Chicago being good every 10 years. And when we are good, it's because of our defense. We never have a complete team. We are a great organization. We're a great football city. we need to start. We should be like with the Green Bays. We should be like the Dallas Cowboys, to where we're consistently good. And on a bad year, we won 8 games this year. The fan base deserves that. So y'all got to get it right. Y'all got to hit on this next draft. Have to get a head coach. That is flat out. I mean, the brother over here telling y'all like what it's looking like. We literally throwing out the line of scrimmage like it's 1984. Like we need a new head coach. But man, with Chicago in a tight spot and with half the fan base wanting Fields to stay and the other half wanted him gone because no guarantee a Caleb Williams, a Michael Penix, a college player, will play better or he could possibly play worse. So today, y'all at that 2 let us know. Name 3 players who you thought would be great franchise players coming out of college, but were complete busts. Y'all know how we do it. I started out at number 3 for me. It was Lawrence Phillips out of Nebraska, the running back. Number 6 pick overall in the 1996 NFL draft. His best season, have 1,722 rushing yards, 16 touchdowns, and 6 yards, average 6 yards per rush. Actually, the season after that, he was having a better one. Not sure. I think he had caught a rape allegation. I think he got suspended for the rest of the year, but that season, he was actually out on the bet to have a better year because he was averaging 7 yards per game. I think he already had 9 touchdowns in like 6 games or something like that. So yeah, Lawrence Phillips out of Nebraska, he was just a dog. But I thought he was gonna be a franchise back, didn't end up that way. Number 3 for you, B.I.
Ouch, if I'm gonna do them in order, I'm gonna say Johnny Manziel.
Oh, you like the Manziel? Okay.
Manziel was nice
I
in
mean,
college.
He was nice in college.
He was nice.
Amongst boys, you know. You
Hey.
can tell that he was small, but yeah, he was.
That punk was out there. Hey, every time you looked up, that punk was out here doing this.
He was all right.
Was it Manziel? No, who would Mike Evans play with? Was it Manziel?
Mike Evans.
Yes. Because that's who I was more impressed with. I was more impressed. Mike Evans. I think it was Mike Evans.
I don't know if he played with Manziel.
I thought Mike Evans was in Ohio State. I'm bugging right now. I don't know where the fuck Mike Evans.
Bro, I remember Mike Evans.
I feel like that didn't happen.
I feel like that didn't happen.
I'm not sure about
We're
that.
just I'm gonna figure it out. You can tell us that though. Who do you number 3, man,
Yeah,
college,
3.
Texas A&M.
No.
Chris Johnson.
Baker.
Chris Johnson.
I thought Chris Johnson was gonna come out and be a franchise player. He looked nice, but
That's
I don't even think injuries took him out. He just stopped running.
I don't know why.
I don't know. I just looked up one day and Chris
He's
Johnson.
running for 2,000 yards and then due to just be
It's just gone. But then he just left.
Yeah.
You don't hear about him coaching nobody. He just left.
Yeah, I don't know
He
what
just
happened.
gone, bro. It was just speed. He was gone.
I wouldn't necessarily consider him a bust though.
I'm just saying he had these 2 great years, but I don't think
Yeah,
injuries
more
took him
than
out.
second
To me, he was a franchise player, though, is what I'm
Oh,
saying.
that's what we're talking
I
about.
felt I felt like in that type of way he should have been a franchise player because we look at like Derrick Henry, we look at Aaron Jones, we look at all these guys out here that are franchise players. But I felt like he was one that. But I
He
felt
was
like
the best player in the league at one point.
right. And then what happened? We just never heard of him again.
At one
I
point.
really can't say that though.
I think he just made it on his
Plus
rookie
that 2,000
contract.
yards Adrian Peterson was in the league and he was getting damn near that too. So
that was
I think Adrian was still better than him that year. Dude got 2,000. So.
Shit.
We-
Hey, what do you? That chain
we
said
argue
that
that.
fastest motherfucking time in the combine. He had a necklace
on what?
on my Chris Johnson had a necklace. It had his combine time on it. It was like one of the fastest, like 4.2 something like that.
That was dope. Number 2 for me, who I thought coming out of college would be a star franchise player, Vince Young.
Yeah, that was.
Vince Young out of Texas, 3rd overall pick in the
so
06
strong.
draft, over 6,000 yards passing and 3,000 yards rushing in 3 seasons in Texas. 81 total touchdowns, including 467 total yards and 3 touchdowns in the 06 Rose Bowl to win the Natty. For me personally, greatest college football performance I personally ever seen by a player.
Yeah.
That was phenomenal. I thought he was Michael Vick, but more accurate.
That was nice.
He was.
And bigger. Number 2, pause.
Yeah.
I had to help you on that one.
We gotta go with Jamarcus Russell, man.
I was thinking
The
about
boy
that.
is it walking through from end zone to end zone.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man? What happened? You know what I'm saying? What happened?
Chick-fil-A.
Lean and shit.
He said
Oh,
Chick-fil-A.
you so bogus.
And I was a fan. I was salty, dog. I was salty with him coming out of LSU. I thought he was gonna be that dude. I thought he was gonna be a bigger version of Warren Moon.
You know, I'm gonna keep it real. Reason why I like Buddy.
What?
I tried to order John Elway jersey from one of them cheap ass sites like overseas and shit. They said that shit was for the dirt low. I'm like, ooh, let me swoop that. It look decent. I did a little zoom up on the motherfucker. All right, check this. A long ass time ago. This is probably like Dawes like rookie year or some shit. How come they send me a motherfucking Russell jersey instead of the motherfucking Ooh. Nigga, I was salty in the motherfucker. And this mom was a bust. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't a bust when I got the jersey.
He had a good draft day.
But he, you know what I'm saying, was a bust. I'm like, oh,
The draft day was
wow,
good
look
for him.
at this. So no offense to fam, but the
I get
motherfucker,
it,
whatever
I get
dudes
it.
got me.
I
They
get
got
it.
me, dog.
Number 2 for you, Hendo.
Marcus Vick.
Oh.
A lot of people forget how good Marcus Vick was. He just got into some goofy ass trouble before he left out. What was it, Virginia Tech, VT? He kicked that dude in the forehead when he was down. Remember? Dog was on the ground trying to tackle him. Dog walked by and then stepped on his head like that or his hand or something, and he got fined for that. It knocked down his draft stock. Then Miami finally picked him up, and then he just keep getting in legal troubles and shit when he Miami and just finally just never played. Had all the talent, just like his brother. All the talent in the world. He had a crazy arm. Could do everything his brother could do.
Virginia Tech too, didn't he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did.
Yeah.
He went there right with him, man. He just couldn't act right. Can't act right, man. Not can't get right, can't act right, man.
Yeah.
But
2
dog
years,
was
2
talented.
years, 2 years of Virginia Tech.
Got drafted to Miami.
Had 17.
I wouldn't say drafted. It was like a walk on with Miami. I wouldn't say got
I
drafted.
never seen him play and shit.
Because he couldn't stay out of fucking trouble. He literally was on the Miami team, got pulled in. He never got drafted. They just pulled him in, and then he was fighting some like legal shit, and they was like, nah, get it, just gone, bro. Just couldn't get his shit together.
Damn, dog.
He was like an unrestricted free agent or something like that. Yeah, it was too much talent gone,
Too
man.
much talent. I remember dog ass. He was fast as a
He
motherfucker.
was a little bit bigger than his brother too.
He was that
Yeah, he
dude.
was nice with it. But
Hey.
So
Yeah, so that was crazy. For
that was
me,
2.
That was 2. And number 1 for me, I had to go with Tommy Frazier.
Ooh.
Yeah. Tommy
was that
Frazier.
Nebraska?
Yeah, he wasn't drafted. Second in the Heisman in 1985. Over 3,500 yards passing, 1,900 yards rushing in 4 seasons. Nebraska, 43 passing touchdowns, 36 rushing touchdowns. Keep in mind, only played 4 games. Now, out of all that, he only played 4 games his junior year, and still put up those numbers. Yeah, Tommy Frazier. I remember why they call him the Big Red Machine. And I remember watching him play on SportsCenter like as a kid, and it was like he was moving so much faster than everybody else.
Yeah.
And he was a brother. He was dark skinned. He had a cannon for an arm, and Nebraska was the shit growing up, bro. That Big Red Machine. Man, shout out to Nebraska, dog.
Nebraska was killing back in the
Nebraska
day.
was killing.
There's a lot of QBs on his list.
Yeah. Shout out Omar Jacobs too, bro. I was just looking at this stuff. Omar Jacobs, I thought was like stupid. He had that 1 year. He had 4,000 yards and 40 touchdowns and like 4 interceptions. Y'all remember Omar Jacobs?
No, I don't.
Out of Bowling Green?
Bowling Green, nah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and
It's a reason probably that motherfucker dude's not in the NFL.
And he actually never get drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers. But yeah, 04 Bowling Green, he had 4,002 yards, 8 yards per attempt, 41 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions.
What do he have as a Steeler though?
Back then, they didn't run the ball. Who was the coach? Chuck Noll and shit. They had 3 coaches and shit.
No, hold on. He had seven water handoffs. He had a
Did
career
he
high.
snap, bro? My soul 7 or 8 daps.
Yeah.
A consecutive 62 dap league. You dap you up on every game consecutively.
No, that wasn't in. It was high fives back then.
You fucking
Yeah,
stupid.
high five.
He actually had. Oh shit! He said 7,000 1 year. It's a record. So
Daps?
high five.
Oh,
High five.
shit.
Yeah, he
High
led the
five.
league.
No doubt.
Yeah. He was actually the first player to hold a tablet.
I got that for you. I got that for you, coach.
Shout out Omar Jacobs.
He designed the technology for the first tablet.
Number one.
Snap.
Number one college bus for you, B.O.
Oh shoot! I gotta go, Brian Bosworth, man.
The
He was supposed to be that dude, man. And he got ran over by Bo Jackson on that goal, and nobody cared anymore. Yeah,
He said
the
it, and
mystique-
nobody cared no more.
The mystique was gone. Like
That's sad.
Yeah, nobody cared.
I actually liked this one movie. I think it was Ice Cold, I believe. It was Stone Cold, something like that.
I feel like you shouldn't admit that in public.
No, I like
That
I like it.
inside thought.
He was a cop. He was like invaded like a biker gang. It was
I'm done already.
It was a good movie. You gotta watch it, bro. It's probably on YouTube. But yeah, number one, college bus.
That's not gonna get play.
Kevin White.
Who was Kevin?
USC.
Dog was a receiver. It was a high pick receiver for the Bears. He was compared to Amari
Oh,
Cooper.
out of West Virginia.
Out of
Was
West
a
Virginia.
speedster.
Man, he was just like the Bears picked him up because he was he was like an inch taller, and I think he had bigger hands or something than Amari. They thought that was going to be problematic. Amari came in and burnt the league up. This man came in and burnt the bench up.
No, he didn't.
This motherfucker played 5 total games for the Bears, and then went and played for somebody else for another total 6 games, and then just never played again. I don't think.
Buddy, he just kept getting
He
Had the biggest helmet. Had the biggest helmet I had ever seen beside
Really?
Steven Jackson.
Yeah,
Not
he was a
Steven
high
Jackson,
draft
right?
pick. I want to say
With the
he was
running
like
back for the
7 or
Rams.
something.
Steven Jackson.
Yeah, he had a big ass helmet. That's all I remember. Them
Yeah,
niggas had big ass helmets. That nigga had like a predator mask underneath that motherfucker. That helmet was big as shit, bro. I was like, man, why is this helmet so big? This bitch had to be custom made. The head was
How big is the
Yeah,
Jaguars?
that's all. He was a 7th pick.
Yeah, he was a high pick, bro.
He was a speed.
We picked him over Amari Cooper. We could have had either one. I watched the speed signs. Remember when they used to have little signs, NFL signs? I was watching them break them down and shit. Like I'm 6'3", Amari Cooper, 6 foot. Amari Cooper runs a 4.4 flat. They was showing him like that.
I ain't really watched that show, but I caught a couple of episodes.
Yeah.
He never played 10 games.
Nah, never.
The most he ever played was 9.
Over Amari, think about it. It was either him or Amari Cooper we could have had.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. He had to be one of the biggest, bro. That had to be one of the biggest busts for the Bears, bro. That was literally a waste of a pick, and I wouldn't say that. That was literally a waste of a pick. I wish we could have got that back.
That's fucked up.
Imagine if we would have had Amari Cooper.
Nah, worse. It gets worse, man.
Don't talk about him, bro. I'm done.
We could have had Todd Gurley.
I was about to say he wasn't.
Don't even talk about it, bro. It's just a butt, bro.
Melvin Gordon, Marcus Peters.
Nigga.
Bud Dupree actually turned out to be pretty good. Shaq Thompson. Yeah, they had a few players, man.
Yeah, man. It wasn't good. Just put it like that, bro. That was a down for us that year.
We did get Eddie Goldman that year. I did like Eddie Goldman.
Yeah, but we could have did better with that. We thought we was getting the gym, and we got a piece of coal in the sock.
Oh, wow. I wouldn't say all that.
I mean, I don't know what else. Nigga didn't play 10 games. Nigga, motherfucker. Yeah, it's for 4 years. Nigga, you
talk
played
about football.
2 games a year.
Moving right along to a little
It was
basketball.
good practice, buddy.
With NBA players playing longer than ever, I need you brothers to name 3 players who retired too early and still had a lot left in the tank. Now, I can't include players who got injured or injuries pushed them out the league. So, who wants to kick it off?
Oh, me.
Okay.
No, Melo.
Oh shit, that's right. Yeah.
I felt like Melo still had a little bit of. Melo could have came
way.
off anybody bench, man, and been solid, just been cool, and just led a whole little bench team. And for a team like, we'll say like the Clippers or even the Bucks, if the Bucks had Melo right now, that pushed them over. If we knew Carmelo Anthony was coming off that bench on that Buck team to lead that second unit, it'd be over, bro. It'd be over. I'd be like, man, it's over. That's their big 3, but one of them on the
He's
bench.
been gone for a minute now, so I look at the teams that needed him then when he
Right. We needed
But
Hoodie
like,
Melo.
the Lakers didn't use him right.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
like,
that didn't
he
look
really
good.
could have, you know what I'm
They
saying,
didn't
been
look
an
good
engine on a second unit.
They had that other coach over there. They would have had Ham with him. It'd been different.
Anytime you got a guy who wants to score at least 20 points, and he ain't in the starting lineup, that's a good thing. Look at Boston with the white dude. You know what I'm saying? He's shaking shit off now, whatever. But like,
he looked funny bald headed though.
He looked funny with the hair.
He did though.
He took the hair down.
It sucks though, yeah.
But same point in time, like anybody who want to score 20 points, if you want him to come off the bench, you gonna help. You can be the man. Melo should have been the man on any bench, contending teams. So yeah, that's why he on my list too.
I think good six men are underutilized and underrated sometimes.
Y'all got Melo at 3.
Yep, got Melo.
Okay. For me, I went way back. Wilt Chamberlain. In his final season, he led the league in rebounding, averaged 18.6 points, and he averaged 13 points per game. 18.6 rebounds, and he averaged 13.2 points that year at the age of 36. Wilt Chamberlain for me. Number 2, Hendo. Who you got? Player retired way too early. Still had a lot left in the tank.
From the U.S., Stephon Marbury, before he went over to China, I think he just gave up.
Yeah.
I think he gave up on the league, but at the same time, he went over there and got statues, got championships over there. I'm not mad at him, but I still think that he was a value player in the NBA if he would have got on the right team.
I'm redoing my list in my head as we talking now. Because this is just, that was a real good one.
That's a great pick.
There you go, my first one. I gotta go Magic Johnson. He just popped up in my head. If he could have played with the virus, I'm saying if there was a world where that, you know what I'm saying, if Karl Malone and guys like this wasn't saying the things they were saying, I'm just saying if he could play, his last year was against the fucking Chicago Bulls in the finals. That's all I'm saying. This old ass man was he still beat everybody in the West. All the best teams that was in the West, he beat them all. The only motherfucker he lost to was Michael Jordan. Well, a lot of people consider lost to Michael Jordan. Right. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. That dude could orchestrate the shit out some games. Like, he was a real quarterback on the floor, so I'm going to match.
I mean, even in the year he came back and played the 32 games after supposedly
when he got fat,
he came back at 36, and he still averaged 15, 7 assists, 15, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds.
From the power forward position.
Yeah.
He was so heavy, he wasn't even playing point no more. He couldn't run like that. Yeah. He was an old man. At 96.
3 turnovers a game.
You said that was 96?
Yeah, 95, 96.
And he came in the league in 79.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was 36.
Yeah. That was 16 years later, retired.
1, 2, that was 4 years after the illness made him retire.
Mm-hmm.
Which
That's
is crazy.
16 years later.
Because his last, I guess, year before he came, but last hurrah, yeah, he averaged 19, 12.5, and 7 rebounds.
Yeah.
So you just imagine if he would have played with just even 2 years after that.
I'm trying to tell
he still would have been giving you probably at least a double-double.
12.5. I'm pretty sure that would have beat out James Harden last year for the assist leader. James Harden was 12 point something. I forget what it was, but that was good enough to beat out James Harden nowadays in assists, leading the whole league in assists when he retired. You know what I'm saying? I seen him come back and play that All-Star game and bust motherfuckers' ass. I seen him play in the Olympics, bust motherfuckers' ass. Like, he was still good. This is slightly after that shit, you know what I'm saying, in 91. The Bulls won in 1991. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker retired that summer, right after the Bulls motherfucking, before the start of the next season.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So he didn't play, and then he played in the All-Star game halfway through the season.
Yep.
And then that motherfucker played with the U.S. team, the Dream Team, that next motherfucking something in 92.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that timeline, you know what I'm saying, Magic is crazy because he's showing you that at that time, to answer this question, when he retired, he was still nice. You know what I'm saying? He was still running that flow like a point guard and nice. Yeah. So yeah, he made number 2 on my list. Should have been number 1.
Number 2 for you.
Or number 1.
Oh yeah. I don't think I didn't get my 2. You got your 2.
Your
right?
2.
No. My fault. I had to go Allen Iverson. Final season averaged 13.9 points, 4 dimes, 3 boards. Could have been a major piece, especially on the second unit, including those Laker teams who had won back-to-back the previous season, possibly off the bench. But he was never privy to taking the lesson role. Yeah. AI always felt he was AI, and he could never be a a Gary Payton, you know what I'm saying, or even a Rajon Rondo.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, to
right.
humble himself to take that lesser role. So I think he still had plenty.
He
you know,
did, man,
left
and that
tank.
fit was perfect for him in Denver because they let him do that.
Yeah.
They wanted him to still score. Those Denver
And he
stats
still
were
put up
nice.
numbers. Yeah, he
Yeah.
still put up numbers in the Melo. So that was my number 2. Number 1 for you, Hendo.
A guy who left the league way too soon for me, Andrew Bynum. A lot of guys are going to raise an eye to that, but Bynum left the league and we never heard him again, and that's after he had won a championship.
That's on the list. The list even said he was like real high on the list. Like Andrew Bynum, he left too quick. He was a champion. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like his skill set for his size is no different from like a Tristan Thompson, and Tristan Thompson's still finding work in the league.
He's way better than Tristan.
And that's what I'm saying. But Tristan's still finding work out here.
I
Tristan's
feel
still
like
finding
Andrew
himself on
Bynum
teams.
just didn't want to tell us that, you know, it's all the pain he was going through. You know what I'm saying? He was having, I think he may have had surgeries. But he always had problems, dog.
He did. He was in and out, but he was a great when he played.
extremities.
I feel like when he played, he was locking some of these big guys up and the
Yeah, he was only determined for those couple years.
That's what it felt like. Because
I
last
feel like
time I
ever
seen
since
him,
he pushed dude in Dallas, you know what I'm saying, not that little dude on the floor, Barrel, whatever his name was.
oh man, he elbowed the shit out, dog.
Because they was already losing that game and losing that series. And when he did that, it was just a stamp like, this shit is over. His career was over. He got traded to Philly. He was fat. He had an afro. It was funny. Like, he was not the same guy. He didn't care anymore since then.
Last time I seen him, he had dyed his hair blonde. He was at a Bucks game in a seat, knees all to the chest with a big ass Milwaukee basket. I mean, a big ass guy. He had a bunch of Milwaukee basket. But mind you, this man was like almost 7 foot. His knees, he's in I see his knees in here. He like, man's like, hey.
Oh wow.
You gotta be kidding.
I just felt he left the league. If he would have stayed in shape and whatever, he could offer teams. Oh man, he'd be amazing down low still, to my eyes. But like you said, I think it may be some injuries that was disclosed that we didn't know about.
Like once he got paid, is when
I definitely, you know what I'm saying?
Went downhill. Once he got paid,
He definitely got that money.
B.I. for you.
Man, this is a whole new list, man. I'm just making it up as I go now because I'm thinking about shit. You fucked me up with Starberry. But this was made all the wheels turn, goddamn. But I gotta go Ray Allen now. Because that dude was always majorly in shape. You know what I'm saying? So while I'm knowing this dude could have ran a little bit more, he loves to run. He probably still run miles a day or some shit.
$140, ain't he?
You know what I'm
Just light as a
saying?
feather.
And you know he can still shoot.
Yeah.
That's all you really need. If he goes to Golden State, he wins another ring.
Yeah.
He wasn't no ring chaser like that. He went to the Heat.
Why you think he went to the Heat?
To piss off Rajon Rondo.
I get it, but that's you kind of
he
ring
went to the
chasing.
Heat.
You kind of
fuck
ring
them.
chasing. You went
they hated. They ain't like dude.
I get it, but
They didn't like him.
you could have went to some other teams and gave
No,
them a
that's
good
why
run.
you go to this team, because fuck them. We finna see you in the final, I'ma beat you.
You could have went.
That's Ray. That's what Ray
You could have
did.
went somewhere else.
You can put whatever spin you want on it. That shit was gangster.
Went to
This
the
is like
Mavericks.
the
He could have went to
opposite
the
of
Mavericks.
KD. This is like the opposite of KD. This is some
Mavericks
gangster
is a
shit.
beautiful fit.
This is gangster like Michael Jackson going upstairs while he making a song with Paul McCartney and buying the Beatles and coming down and finishing the song. This is gangster on the level like this. This is gangster. Dog, them niggas didn't like Rajon Rondo. Dog, they still don't like this nigga.
No.
They still don't like Ray.
No, they don't even like each other.
You know they put the boxing gloves on before too.
So
They let them put the boxing
KG,
gloves on.
won't talk to Ray Allen.
Bro, look.
You hear me? They won't talk. Even at
They
the
wouldn't even
I
talk.
think they squashed.
No, they didn't because they was at the little thing with the little
the
anniversary.
players,
all the
yup,
players
yup,
came.
75.
They still won't talk.
Nope,
Dog dapped up everybody and looked at dog and hit it.
Exactly.
Just like Isaiah did Mike.
Hey, but guess what?
Isaiah was over there talking to Magic.
guess
He's
what?
like, he. And
And
then
guess
Mike
what?
came up. Mike was like, man,
You know what make it worse?
This nigga's so salty.
You know what make it worse? Is that nigga won with them. If he didn't win with them, they can mess around and be talking some shit in a different way.
Well, he made the winning
won
shot.
with them. You know, he made a game winning shot too. He was an intricate part too. Man, come on, man. Nah, bro. Ray Allen, dog.
Yeah.
That motherfucker was a gangster for that move. That move was the opposite of KD. For real. That was very ballsy to go to a team that you just beat. Y'all sunning these niggas. Y'all playing in the finals. You sunning these niggas. You know they good though. You know they up and coming. So you ain't acting like, you know what I'm saying, they some weak niggas. But you know that they gonna see them in the finals and you can be the piece to help. That's some Deion Sanders shit or something.
Yeah.
That's like being on the 49ers and beating the Cowboys and going to the Cowboys and beating the 49ers.
That's tough.
I think for me, number one, and not quite as gangster as that, but actually it's a two-part. But I went with Bob Pettit, great power forward for the Atlanta Falcons, Atlanta Hawks. Yeah, final season averaged 25.5 points, 12.4 rebounds. Retired at 32. The kicker, he retired because he got offered a job at the bank. Back then the NBA didn't pay like how it pays today. So yeah, he retired at 32.
Took that big job too.
I understand that.
Yeah. Bob Pettit. A lot of y'all don't know. That's why we old heads, man. Go look at Bob Pettit. He bust Bill Russell ass.
Yeah, he was
like he was nice, bro. Bob Pettit was
I fuck
nice.
motherfuckers up right now on 2K with Bob Pettit.
Yeah, Bob Pettit was nice, bro. Like he was ahead of his time, man. He was nice.
Dominique, I played around the halls on
he was Lou Hudson.
Truck time.
Lou Hudson, Dominique Wilkins.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He played with the all teams.
Yeah, all
you know, pick the all Hawks.
Tree Rollins on there.
I fuck him up though.
LeBron, now let's move quickly, man. We're running out of time here. LeBron just opened a museum. Named 3 other athletes or teams that could have a museum named after them. And after their, for their achievements. Number 3 for me, I had one with. This might be a little different. I want Tiger Woods. I think a golf museum of Tiger Woods, talking about his childhood. Of course, talk about the accident.
On the back end gonna be the ladies.
I'm too stupid. I can't even, you know what I'm saying?
They're gonna be the alleged cell phone that got popped.
That's what's gonna be in a case. The cell phone gonna be in a case.
Bullshit.
Like, this is the actual door that his wife broke with the baseball bat. That when she found out.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You gonna walk in the room, the Cadillac gonna be there with the dent, with the dents and shit on it. The bat gonna be sitting there.
Oh shit!
You can actually touch the bat.
That's tough.
You can actually sit there and
touch it.
Yeah, you can, it's gonna be like held in like a little thing, but you can actually go like touch the bat, like take a picture.
God.
Like you hitting the
What
Cadillac.
about the tree you ran into? You got the tree.
Oh, a fake tree.
Shit. That's a lot right there.
Yeah,
that's a lot
I think Tiger Woods Museum would be dope.
That's it.
Number 3, who you got?
I'm going your daddy, man. Michael Jordan, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan Museum and LeBron did one, of course. Yeah. Michael Jordan deserves
This nigga made his own museum, though. That's funny.
Yeah.
Normally a museum would be like a tribute to you. Like, man, it's funny.
That's how you gotta do it. That's how Rocky Balboa got a statue of motherfucking film.
I guess.
No.
Acting. Number 3, Hendo.
Jack Johnson.
Oh man,
I think Jack Johnson need his own museum. This man's a legend, and it's hard. It's hard to bring him up because I know a lot of people have, but this man was out here doing feats in the boxing game that's just unheard of by today's athletes. Unheard of.
It was unapologetically him.
I can't believe that got mentioned. Yeah, he's a great.
Yeah, unapologetically him. Went somewhere with a white woman everywhere. Didn't care who cared. Number 2. Keeping with the boxing, for me, Muhammad Ali.
Absolutely.
Needs a museum.
Absolutely deserve one.
Yeah, Muhammad Ali for me, number 2.
I'm going to go with the Lakers. The Lakers, it's been so many people that come through there. From George Mikan, just a big man. You know what I'm saying? Kareem, Shaq, even all the way down to Anthony Davis is just such a storied spot. Plus with management, as far as the people who coached there, the people who owned the place.
All the Bus family.
Everybody down to 6 men like Kurt fucking Rambis. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Has like a story to tell in this museum.
Right.
So it'll be a big ass, it'll be a wealth of information in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers may stop short of rooms to fill up of shit in here. This Lakers shit will be filled. All the rooms will be filled with shit.
I like that.
Jamal Wilson, man. Cornbread Earl and me.
Cornbread Earl and me.
Shout out, man.
Shout out Cornbread Earl and me. If you don't know, go check it out, man. It's a great movie. Morpheus is there.
He said
Morpheus.
Lawrence?
Morpheus is
Larry.
there.
Was he Larry or Lawrence then?
Lawrence. Oh, boy, don't call him Larry. Don't call him Larry. Motherfuckers, he can check somebody. I forget who the motherfucking rappers were. So they see him at the airport. It was Cameron. Cameron was trying to call him Larry and shit. Dog wasn't having it.
That's what his name was in King of New York.
Yeah, dog wasn't having that
That's
shit.
my shit.
Totally real.
One of my favorite.
Can't even tell you he got checked by Lawrence.
God,
By Lawrence Fishburne about calling him Larry. Just know if y'all ever meet this nigga Lawrence Fishburne, don't call him Larry. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I'm
You don't like that shit.
Needs a museum, I think, number one for me.
Oh, you on 2? I ain't hit 2 yet.
I said Ali.
Ooh.
I said Muhammad Ali. Did you
Yeah.
say your second?
Oh, I didn't think I made the mine. Shaq.
Okay. That's a great.
LSU, even being Orlando.
I love that.
All the, you know what I'm saying,
that.
All-Star
All his
games.
business ventures,
Everything.
I love that.
Yeah.
That would be a great.
His rap albums, his
I'm about to say
movies,
entertainment
everything.
and shit,
that
his
would be
entertainment shit get a room.
phenomenal. That would be dope. That would be. That's a great idea.
That is good.
And then he all his restaurants could be right in there.
Yep.
Shaq's Big Chicken, all other stuff.
Papa John's.
Papa, yeah, the Shaq-a-roni. I would never eat it, but
They said the Shaq-a-roni.
The number one for me deserves an absolute museum. The three-peat Bulls team.
Oh shit.
The twice three-peat Bulls team.
Okay.
I think that would be a dope museum.
The twice beat 3
Yeah, the twice. Yeah.
Yeah.
He have all. Have both those. Yeah, I think that would be dope.
Okay. Because I definitely had that too. But I'm gonna say the 85 Bears. The 85 Bears. Chicago show. But I feel like it ain't just about the people, although that's going, fill up some space. I feel like it's about the mentality, a way of football that if played right, it never die. And on the side note, man, motherfuckers need to start teaching better defense in the league, man. Keep up with the rules, man. Play defense, man. I don't give a fuck about all these rules. Motherfuckers get, the rules inhibiting me from, you know what I'm saying? Harrison should have kept playing football. He was like, oh, man, the rules, man. Harrison from the Steelers. That's another nigga we should have said earlier, so shit could have kept playing.
Yeah, that nigga was leading with the head. That's why he don't know how to stop.
Launching. They made up a rule for this nigga. Pardon me. Man, come on, man. Like,
killed a motherfucker one time.
I mean, but dude, then figure out the rules and don't do that. You too great a player. You killing us as the fans now. I like you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Now you tripping about the rules. I understand that. You voicing that, but figure it out and keep playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man, there ain't no excuse.
I agree. Who you got, Hendo? Number one.
Kareem. He's probably the NBA's most interesting man ever. He had such a wild lifestyle as far as not partying, but as far as what he stood for, his beliefs, who he helped out.
That's a really
the
good
other
museum.
the other actors and NBA players that he helped mentor, what he meant to them. Off the scenes, what he did for just the culture of people,
his
everything.
relationships with everybody,
right?
Bill Russell, Will Chamberlain,
just how he was
Bruce Lee.
Just how he was a confidant to a lot of guys, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And he always was there, helped out, motivated, you know what I'm saying? He gave everything he could to the NBA. He even pawned off all his championship rings and donated the money. Like, he was just a great guy. Money was never an object. To me, when we talk about the game of basketball, guys do it for the love of the basketball. They do it for championship and rings. They do it for the money. He did it for all but one of them. He did it for the love of basketball and for the championships. He never played for the money, I feel like. Even when you watch and see when Magic was getting the money and he was like, other people tried to argue for him to get the money. He said, "Look, I just want to play. It's about the game for me." Yeah. And that's what he's on record for saying.
Love that pick, man. Shout out Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I personally think the second greatest player ever to play the game of basketball. Just my opinion. But somebody who would never have to trade themselves. B.I., please tell these people what time it is.
Trade yourself, man. Trade anybody you know. Trade the nigga next to you. Trade somebody if you got to, motherfucker. That's the time.
Oh, wow.
Keep it real,
Trade
man.
yourself.
Trade
man.
yourself, man.
That's how we always end every episode. Trade yourself. It's basically a nice way of, it could be your mom, your pops, your auntie.
I wrote it down.
Oh, wow, your auntie. Instead of saying, fuck you or get up out of my face, it's a nice way to look at them and say, you want to know what? You need to trade yourself. Whatever the person you is right now, you need to trade yourself in for another person. Because I don't like the way you looking or talking to me right now.
Don't like it.
So we typically try to keep it as sports figures, Brett Favre, the welfare queen, or you know what I'm saying, entertainment, Jada Pinkett Smith, who somebody told me she looks like a peanut butter M&M by the head.
Ouch.
But that's neither here nor there.
King Harris.
Right. Facts. So
guys like this.
So y'all let us know who need to trade themselves this week, man. But B.I. no segment, man. Who need to trade themselves?
Man. Yeah, man. I got a good one this week. This one, I was tickled. I was tickled pink. I was tickled pink.
Oh,
when I got there heard the new Jim Crow. No, and shout out to Hendo G for talking about Kyrie Irving. Slid that right in there. Didn't even know he was building right on up to my point later on. I'm like, I'm glad we got a little bit of background information. So Elon Musk, this is a funny motherfucker, boy. So he made an anti-Semitic post.
What?
Oh yeah, he made one. He ain't reposted either. He made an anti-Semitic, and then his advertisers was like, "Oh yeah, we don't want to fuck with you," and threatening taking they shit. They ain't said they was taking. They said we gonna threaten. Maybe a few of them was like, "All right, we ain't gonna fuck with you," but most of them was just like, "We don't want to fuck with you." Basically waiting for him to, apologize and some shit. That motherfucker said, "Fuck y'all." He didn't give a fuck about no apology. He said, "Fuck the advertisers." He ain't apologizing for shit. Hold on, let me just read what I had wrote right now. Right here. Oh yeah, he got to laugh too. Yeah, because he was laughing while he was saying, "Go fuck yourself." He didn't say "fuck you." He was saying, "Go fuck yourself." Talking about you can threaten me with money. Like, he was just sitting up here on this house in some interview, some big ass stage. You know how he get on. You know what I'm saying? Man, this shit's motherfucking hilarious to the advertisers who won't fuck with him because of his post. But it's okay for Kyrie to get suspended games, get told he got to do all this shit to ingratiate himself with the public and all of this shit because of why? Because you work or something. So the lesson I learned was have enough money, you can do whatever the fuck you tell whoever the fuck you want to go fuck themselves, whoever the fuck fuck themselves, I guess. You got enough money. And you so happen to have Elon Musk money, I guess you can say fuck race and fuck people in a racist way and offend whoever the fuck you want and not give a fuck about it and be not as sensitive as possible. So man, look, man, that shit is hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, because we gotta walk on the eggshells around this motherfucker, even as a black man. You know what I'm saying? Even as a black man, I gotta walk on eggshells around other motherfuckers' sensitivity levels about it. Every little thing in the goddamn conversation, wow, this is the optics are all off. Is what it's telling me is if I got enough bread, I can do whatever I want, I guess. I mean, that's what I'm getting told.
Shit, money talk, shit walk.
Apparently.
Yeah, that's how it's always gonna be. Nintendo, you need to trade that shit this week.
Anybody hating on Dez Bryant for his comments against little girl, I think that's probably one of the biggest problems with our culture right now. We got a lot of people that read off this teleprompter and stuff that will just read what's spoon fed to them, but we don't have a lot of people that stand up for our young brothers and sisters that we watch go directly through the same stuff but don't get treated the samely as other people in the league in either sports. And it's just like, that's probably the problem. We need people to stand up and voice their opinion more about it, or at least on our side. I don't give a fuck how you think about it, feel about it. He did the right thing. Yeah, he might have went a little too far bringing her upbringing, but sometimes you need to view that to understand where we coming from. For somebody who had to struggle to get where they at, it's kind of crazy for somebody who potentially may or may not have the struggle to sit here and kind of dog walk and badmouth somebody on their, their leading day. This is the best day they, you know what I'm saying? And their family's watching this, however your family's friends, and this is what you're going to say on their draft day. That's bogus as shit. So, if that's how you want to do it, don't be mad when the foot's up there and people talk about, some other things that's going on that attention's not being brought to. I don't give a fuck how it's viewed or what like that, but wrong is wrong, man. If you're going to do that to him, do that to this guy. Make it even.
Man, checks and balances, man. That's what I believe in, a system of checks and balances. And if somebody, anytime anybody is doing anything unethical or something like that, or it seems like a form of bullying, you know how you kids say and all this shit nowadays, then it needs to be somebody go over their head. You can talk to them about, hey man, what's up with your employee? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like it's been so long now where she been at least like a year or two now, where she just been recklessly doing things. You know what I'm saying? Where there needs to be a system of checks and balances.
But see,
you know
this-
what I'm saying?
this
She
is-
need to be reeled in a little bit. I'd be wrong to be like, take a job or some shit. I ain't on no bullshit like that. All I'm saying is, man, just cool out with the bullshit a few times because, you know, you over here acting like Kendrick Perkins is slow because he speaks slow. Hold on. He'll turn
Right.
circles around your ass.
But
He
see,
country than the motherfucker. That's what he is.
the biggest thing though I hate too is like then you get people like Stephen A. Smith who wants to comment and talk bad about Dez too. And you know, I felt like some of that was voted because, you know, he was a cowboy and Skip was, you know, during that time, you know, him and Skip was going at. So I felt like he was kind of going in. But he was mad because he was talking about how her upbringing and back home. Like, let's be honest too. Like, Stephen A. Smith has had shades of coonery very few times too. Let's not, forget that too, because there's some views where if he's had it, where Skip had to settle him down. Skip be like, you're a little wrong for this, you know. As far as even coming towards a brother sometimes. I take him as a good brother, don't get it wrong. I never question it. Yeah. But there's some things that I felt like he's read off the teleprompter as well too. I'm not going to put it past him. You know what I'm saying? Because all the brothers that we do see that voice the good opinion, they lose their ESPN rights. Like, was it Marcellus Wallace and other guys? I feel like when they voice their heavy opinions about things, their show gets canceled. What was Camille and all them? When they voiced their opinion about them, they were decent.
But I feel like is what the opinion is, and if it threatens.
But your opinion on show should be yours. I don't think it's threatening if you're voicing your opinion on your show, though. That's not threatening to me. Granted, I don't see what your contract agreement is with like ESPN.
The dynamic of their show, because a lot of times it's like anything political. When you talk about voting for anything, when you have a certain amount of people as a whole, to move things this way, to move a needle this way, takes away from the needle being that way.
Well, yeah, but I told him I don't think we should be talking about anything voting wise with sports.
Well, when you're talking about ratings, if it goes this way,
yeah, the narrative
it's not steady. Well, we're talking about ratings, and if they're not steady, if they go this way for a while because you feel like it's going this way, you may lose these guys with the needle that's going this way, and then when they get this way, it may not even stay constant. It may go even further on empty. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's an area unknown, and if you're already comfortable on that full tank, you know what I'm saying? I'm making this shit up as I go along.
Do you feel
at the same point in time, though, I can understand where if you're making money, I can understand, you know what I'm saying, being a business owner and how that can affect your bottom line. You know what I'm saying?
Leave no comment then.
Trying to project
no comment.
Projections and shit, you know what I mean, are a real thing when you're talking about ratings and shit.
But some people voice a comment that sometimes don't need to be. Just like where she got to that situation with Dez. You know what I'm saying? There was a comment made on Dog's draft day that didn't need to be in there. So if you're going to slide that in, why don't we get more interjection of this giddy stuff? Because this is a more serious,
I hear you.
allegation. You know what I'm saying?
I was just disappointed, and I'm gonna let it go.
Facts. That's why they.
I get it, but
I'm gonna let it go. You get point though.
But there's certain things because I don't think they knew all the facts about the Brandon Miller thing on his draft day. They didn't know all the facts about that. They just said that he was a witness, a possible eyewitness. That had nothing to do with him.
Can I say one thing too?
I mean, it was just kind of bullshit.
Can I say one thing to odd people? Can I say one thing to odd people? Sometimes we kick ourselves in the ass, and we have to know when is either the right thing to do, or you shouldn't even give a fuck. Because, I like Jamil from that show. You know what I'm saying, with Dog from New Orleans back.
But she ain't got a job neither.
But see, she stood on business too hard. She did, because your opinion on certain matters.
You said not like King, she stood on business.
She stood on business.
Not like King Harris.
She stood on
business. He stand on business too, right?
But she didn't need to overlap that line, and she knew what she signed up for. It'd be different if this was some type of surprise. She knew what she signed up for, being on this network. So at this point in time, you're basically waging, is this important or not to go forward with or not? And if you're gonna do that, fine. And if you're fine with that, that's okay. But at the same point in time, though, if you value what you have there are other ways. You know what I'm saying? Stephen A. Smith later on came out with a podcast. You can say what the fuck you want there. It ain't on ESPN airwaves.
But he can still be held accountable for things that he say by ESPN.
And that's very true. So you should still watch that. You should. But at the same point in time, though, there are other ways. You know what I'm saying? If you really have something to say, this is the way I would go about it. If I was, you know what I'm saying, a famous guy or whatever, I would handle all that shit in real life. You want to know why? because real life don't even matter with that life. It don't. If I want to put together some charities and do all of this type of shit, if I don't invite no cameras in here to get some fucking clout, I can do all of this shit and won't nobody even talk about it. Yeah. Handle your business, man. Stop fucking talking. That's my point, man. Like, you want to say something like, if you say these 5 words, it's going to be the end all be all to change. No, it's not, no way. Because fuck your opinion. Don't nobody fucking care. Everybody got to notice this. You got to notice your opinion don't fucking matter, man, in this world, bro. Unless you got the ability to make change. You know what I'm saying? And if you will do that, if you can do that.
Man, standing on business. We got to stand on business right now. We got to give a shout out, of course, to Press Break, downtown La Crosse, Wisconsin. Saturday night, man, you want get something good to eat. You don't feel like cooking, just want to sit back, watch some good college football. Go check out Press Break, man, downtown. They got the good Italian beef, the cheesy nachos, all that good stuff, the Chicago dogs. Also, well, listen to some good music, man. Maybe, playing some cards or something like that. You don't know who playlist to play. Download Bump That Radio. Download the app, man. Our brother DJ Emmanuel, always invited. Probably didn't want to come after that Viking loss. I don't blame you, brother. But yeah, download that app, man. Bump That Radio app. And then, of course, man, New Year's is coming up as well as Christmas, man. You want to get fresh, check out A Breath of Fresh on Jackson Plaza, La Crosse, Wisconsin. Our brother Focus is over there doing great things. Also, shoe restoration. You want to get your girl something fresh for Christmas, or your girls. Y'all out there want to get your guy something or your kids something. You got everything for everybody. All sizes, all the hot sneakers, the clothes to go with to match your shoes. So check out our brother Focus. And then the closet, where is that at, Endo?
On the corner of 5th and King, man.
Yes,
go check
sir.
out my man JV.
Check them out, man. Check them out. Some more exclusive kicks, man. La Crosse ain't how it used to be, man. We got some good stuff down here, man. Come check us out, man. If you ever want to come check us out in the basement, you're more than welcome. Inbox me. Episode 78 has been a blast, man. Man, we're going to go ahead and let these brothers, if you don't know, Omar, a.k.a. O'Milly, a.k.a. that dude, a.k.a. Mr. Rello. If you know, you know. Man, check us out on Facebook. I haven't been posting this week, but we'll be get back to posting tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday. Who was that? Oh yeah, it was a good catch.
That was nice, bro.
Sunday is Showtime Showcase Sunday. So check us out on Facebook, Old Head Sports Podcast. Also, we're on YouTube as well as check us out on YouTube, Chendo, Ceehendo, as well as on Facebook. Man, like and subscribe. Tell a friend, man. We're going to always keep bringing y'all this great content. But I'm going to let these brothers go ahead and give us, what they got to say, where you can find them at. Old Heads episode 78.
The boy Bills, man. You already know what it is by now.
Yes, sir.
Man, your boy Hendo, a.k.a. French Loaf, a.k.a. Mr. Honey Pack himself. Make sure you check us out next week. We got our big basketball game, man. Make sure y'all come, be in attendance, come check us out. Northside Boys and Girls Club, right?
Yes, sir.
Man, make sure y'all come check us out. It's going to be something to see.
Yes, sir.
All day.
We out. Episode 78.
Oh, Millie with the stats and facts. No, really. And you know Hendo gon' tell you the truth. B.I. Mr. Info, you know what we here for. The Old Heads Podcast. Yo, we cover from dog shades to the team at the Barclays. The Old Heads Podcast. Yo, from Wilt scoring 100 to job being wanted. The Old Heads Podcast. Yo, let's go.